Hello and welcome to another edition of my coronavirus updates. This is Mitch the cabbie. Pretty much the same as yesterday really. Empty roads, no one really about. There's people walking, there's people out on push bikes looking like they're having a lovely time, but they are keeping their distance, which is kind of good. I've only seen one person being silly, and that was at Barclays Bank actually. The chap was leaning out the door to chat to a customer with his face not half a foot from the other guy's face. Hope you ain't got it, mate. Anyway, did some shopping for some customers this morning as well, and they're doing social distancing right at Tesco's Tiptree. I'll give them credit, props to them guys. Props to anyone who's working at the moment during this thing, because A, it sucks to have to work when other people are off work, and B, it sucks to work when there's a good chance that you might catch a potentially fatal disease. Great stuff. I'm wearing my mask all the time. I'm actually starting to get, I think you can see it, little creases and bruises on my face from it. Not good. Anyway, it's a glorious day, and it is a good day to be alive, and makes you really treasure what you've got at the moment. Lisa and I, we've obviously been stuck at home. She's finished work now, and I'm doing the absolute bare minimum. I'm just doing a couple of airport pickups for customers coming home to the UK, and I'm doing shopping runs for a couple of my older customers who, if they're not able to do it themselves, are certainly not comfortable doing it themselves. At the moment, I'm on my way to drop off some shopping I bought for my mum though, so I don't know if this counts as work or as a, I don't know, but the method I'm going to use is I drop the bag at the end of the driveway, on the doorstep while I'm wearing my mask, knock on the door, leg it back about 6 or 8 feet, say hello to my mum, have a very brief chat conversation from a distance, then get back in my car and drive back to Colchester. It's, yeah, obviously we're making lots of effort to keep in touch, loads and loads of phone calls, and where we can FaceTime, and yeah, it's nice actually. I mean, this is definitely bringing out the best in some people. There's some real palpable love in the air amongst family and friends. People reaching out and lifting others up when they're a bit low. And just general inquiries from people all the time, like, how are you? What are you doing? And that's nice. That's really, really nice. And I hope it lasts after this has gone and become a memory. It would be a nice thing to see the world change for the better. But hey. Of course, it's not all good news. Yesterday we had about 1,500 new cases reported, and I think the day before it was something like 1,450. Another 30 or 40 people died. Those numbers, they're not like Italy numbers, but we're climbing the slope. We're going to be where Italy is. When we've got 8, 10, 12, Christ knows how many thousands of people dying, I don't know how the country's going to react. I think we'll be a lot more frightened then. The panic buying's mostly eased up. There's still shortages. I couldn't get loo roll or pasta from Lisa. But hey, you get lemons, you make lemonade. I've got basmati rice instead, so I'm going to have rice bolognese tonight. But more on the bad news, or serious news rather. They're building a new hospital in the Excel Centre, the Nightingale Centre, or Nightingale Hospital. So apparently the building is 1 kilometre across, and they say it's going to be a 4,000 bed place with 2 morgues. Just let that sink in, guys. 4,000 beds and 2 morgues. I mean, I don't know how big the morgues are going to be, but if they're building 2, they're clearly expecting them things to be running flat out. And we're going to be losing loved ones that we're not going to be able to send off properly, at least not at the time. And much as I think the NHS are doing a fantastic job, and I'm certainly going to be one of the people who stands up and claps tonight, and I'd love to do more for them, I do think that maybe when you end up in a hospital that's just been thrown up overnight with 4,000 beds in it and 2 morgues, what are they estimating your chances at? Yes, I am touching my face, so I've got clean gloves on, and I'm on my own. I've been socially isolating since I got in the car. Yeah, They're scary. At the moment, I'm okay, Lisa's okay. She had a cold, it's actually gotten better. I scared the crap out of her every time she sneezed. Lisa's mum and dad are okay. My mum and brother are okay. They're very worried. My brother is seriously asthmatic. My mum, bless her, she's recovering from chemo and just getting over pneumonia. So they're high risk, and they're taking the social distancing very seriously. That's why I'm bringing them food and stuff like that. I don't know what I'd do if they got ill. One of Lisa's relatives, a chap called Paul, he's self-isolating. Bless him. I hope you're well, mate. I hope it's nothing worse than a cold. But he's been sensible. He's done the right thing. Props to the man. But I fear it's not long before we start really all knowing people that have got it, and people that are ill with it, really ill. And I think it would be a good idea for everybody to spend a bit of time possibly looking up how to treat people with pneumonia. And as much as possible, if a relative does get ill and they can't be seen by a doctor or in a hospital, give yourself the tools to possibly help them. At least ease their sort of discomfort until medical help can get there. I myself haven't really done any looking up on this yet. I will be doing so. You know it's coming. There's no excuse for not prepping. As for other things, obviously social isolation's time can draw out awfully when you're stuck indoors all day long. And bless her, I've been watching Lisa. She ain't the most patient person, bless her. She's prowling about like a tiger in the house at the moment and looking for things to do, and I suspect there's going to be a fury of painting going on before too long. One of my missions today was to obtain masking tape, which, yeah, fair enough, we'll do that. But she's also making grandiose plans about making compost and gardening, and I'm not down with that. We are both taking the fitness quite seriously. We finished off, quite fortuitously, our indoor gym about 6 weeks before this all kicked off. And I in particular, I've been getting really into my stride now. I've got a workout regime every day. I'm doing an hour on the cross trainer, which usually gives me about 21 or so kilometres running and around about 400 or 500 calories burned. I'm doing 40 sit-ups on my bench, and I've got a multi-gym thing which does multiple different things, and I do 3 sets of 15 reps on 4 different elements of it. Plus I do sort of yoga exercises because I'm trying to straighten out a curve in my back. That's all good, but I'm feeling fabulous for it, and I'm quite looking forward to actually going out and exercising. We're allowed to go out once a day, and I'm thinking now's the time for me to hit the countryside with my push bike, or possibly the country roads because they're relatively quiet. It'd be nice. Anyway, that's all from my coronavirus diary. I suppose you call it that if you want. I wish you all the best of health. I wish you all the best of luck. Stay safe, stay happy. And if anyone on my Facebook friends list needs anything that I can help with, call me or message me and I will do what I can. Peace out.